Good morning. It is September 11th, 2020, and our objective for today is I can analyze what the text clearly says and make inferences about what the text does not clearly state, and I can figure out the key idea of the text and cite details as evidence. So how you're going to do that and be successful is restate your others' ideas and explain your own, and then also complete example sentences with the vocab. So we're going to do 2 vocab words. We're going to continue the reading from yesterday and answer some questions. Don't forget to do your software and reading, and then we'll have a little wrap-up question. I quickly just want to go through this. You can work at your own pace. Don't forget this is a Pear Deck, so all those answers that you type in will be seen. You have 2 words here. Approach gives you the definition, and then it gives you a sentence starter. So you just need to complete the sentence by typing it into the Pear Deck. Type in the whole entire sentence, just not how you would use the word. I put the question that they give you right here as well, just so you don't forget. So be sure to type in your sentences. So your new word is approach, and you have a new word mourn. So use those correctly in a sentence. Yesterday, if you didn't start the reading or didn't get on at all, you need to go back to yesterday's module so that you're able to have an idea of what we're even talking about. This is an excerpt from Elizabeth Keckley's memoir, Behind the Scenes. She was a dressmaker and she was friends with the Lincolns. And yesterday, we just started off with her hearing the news and how there was chaos in the streets, and even though it was a joyous time because the war and slavery had ended, it now had turned into something not so joyous because the president was dying and was about to die. So that's what we read yesterday. So we're going to continue on to see how this ends. So this next slide, it doesn't show on here, but you should have a set of headphones you can click on and read it with me or read at your own pace. So you'll read the rest of her excerpt. And then there's some questions that go along with the reading. In the R book, it says to underline 3 examples. If you're in class, we will be doing that, but you don't have the ability to highlight the excerpt at all. So what I want you to do is think about how people were reacting, okay, to the news of his assassination. You will type in your answer. Making inferences, I give you a little example here of what explicit and implicit details are. Explicit are clearly stated. I can't argue the fact that he was assassinated. It tells me in the text. Something more implied is that we find out through her excerpt that he hasn't quite died yet, but he was sent to the hospital and they were trying to keep him alive. So that's implied that he hasn't quite died yet. And then using your background knowledge about what you know when people die. Do people like to be have others around, or do they like to be by themselves? Well, based on what we've read today, does Miss Lincoln, is she one of those people that wants people around, or does she want to be alone? So that's kind of what you can think about as you answer this question and make an inference. And then there's a stretch question. She gives us this quote here, and what do you think she means by that? After you give me your answer, don't forget to use text evidence for your response, okay? If you can give me text evidence and prove your point, it's not a wrong answer. So just keep that in mind as you answer this today. You'll get to this slide and you'll notice you need to set a timer for 20 minutes to get on your software. When that timer goes off, you're done. And then you'll move on to your 20 minutes of reading. Again, set a timer. Once that timer goes off, you're done. So just make sure that you are filling in your reading log each day with the amount of time that you're reading and the pages that you've read, because you can earn prizes for filling in that reading log. And then to end the slideshow after you're done reading, you'll simply answer this question. What is one thing you'd like to know more about after reading this? And then you'll fill in with this sentence starter here. I would like to know more about blank because blank. So you'll just fill all that in. Once you're done with the Pear Deck, there's one last slide. I don't have a next, but you will on yours. Hit that next button and submit your Pear Deck because you get points for answering the questions and for going through the lesson for the day. So that's your lesson, that's your assignment. When you're done, software and reading, and then you're done for the day with language arts. Have a wonderful Friday, guys.